Hello guys, this is Abimore1 and welcome back to my channel. All right, so today is going to be what do I eat on phase 2 of the Omnitrition diet. I hate saying diet because it's a lifestyle change that we're taught through the program. And if you stick with that lifestyle change, you are golden. I am a testimony of that, because I kept this weight off for years and years and years and years before I fell victim again to life and emotional eating and carbs and sugar. So I've returned to, like I keep saying, what I know. It's not if it's going to work, it's not probably, but it is about to start working. Okay, all right. So at the end of this video, I have a couple pictures and some shorter videos where I kind of show you what I'm eating, but now I'm just going to walk you through this phase 2, which is called the dropping phase. You will recall that phase 1 comprises 2 days of loading. That means you are loading up on whatever you want to eat. You can prioritize what you're going to miss, but it's a good idea to focus on fats, especially healthy fats. Anyway, so here's my water. 1 gallon of water per day. Any coffee does not count. You can have coffee, but for every cup of coffee, you need 2 cups of water. But I'm not a coffee person, I'm a tea person, which is perfect because I can count my tea. All right, so what do I eat? I start my day with some apple cider vinegar. Well, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in a little bit of water with some cayenne pepper. I warm that up in the microwave and I drink it through a straw on an empty stomach. That is how I start my day. After that, I am going to take my drops, 10 drops. I'm gonna take my drops, 10 drops under my tongue, hold it for about 30 seconds, make sure I have not eaten before and will not eat after for 15 minutes. Throughout the day, I'm going to drink my water. If I want to make some tea, I will. My breakfast is going to be an orange and a cup of tea, which I sweeten with stevia because this program is no sugar, and that's why you lose so much weight. It's no sugar, absolutely no sugar, except for what you get naturally from the fruit. No sugar, no starch, except for what you get from the veggies. No fat is what I meant to say. No oils. All of that will come back on in P3 though, which we call phase 3, which is the maintenance phase. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful program that literally does reset your metabolism and teaches you how to eat. When you go to the final stage, which we call life, that's when if you eat 80% of the time in maintenance and then 20% of the time you kind of have a little cheat meal here and there, do what you want to do. So that would be, say, 5 days out of the week you're eating maintenance, and that is when you've brought back your fats, you've brought back certain starches, but you are absolutely not having sugar, except, like I said, in the fruits, which you bring back more fruits and all that. I do put all of this in the description whenever I post a video, so you can also check that out, because I understand that this may be a little bit much to keep up with, and that is why I'm going to be a little bit repetitive sometimes as well, so bear with me. And if you have specific questions, just ask me. And I keep saying, pay attention to my face because it's about to start shrinking, and I want you to be here for all of it. Okay? All right, so what I eat in a day on phase 2. All right, so my breakfast was a cup of tea. I had my orange. I had one of my crackers that I'm allowed, and that's it. After that, I'm drinking water. There are so many things I can do to spice up my breakfast. I could have made what is called a little mock oatmeal with the cracker and my and an apple. I don't want to do all of that because I already know this program. I just need to get to day 3 and day 4 and I'm gonna be good and I won't even be hungry. Okay, my food noises will be gone. All right, so that's breakfast. For lunch and for dinner, 4 ounces each of protein, 4 ounces each of veggies. And there are restrictions, not just whatever you want, okay? So my go-to protein will be chicken breast, sirloin steak. And that is a cut of the steak that you can have, sirloin steak. You can't have fatty because remember there's no oil. In fact, if there's a lot of fat, you need to pare it off because right now, no oil. What else? Shrimp, any white fish, so much more. I forgot to show you guys the book. I'm gonna get the book in a little bit, but there's a book that has all of this detailed for you. My go-to are the ones that I keep on mentioning because that's what I do. Veggies, same thing. You don't eat just any veggie because some veggies are starchier than others. So right now, lettuce, cabbage, celery, radish, cucumber, tomato. And again, same thing. These are the ones that I typically use. So these are the ones that I can think of readily. Okay, what else? Okay, let me show you 2 other things. This is the last product that Omni came out with. Notice it says Omnitrition GLP. These together, game changer. Game changer. I only have about a half a bottle of this left though, so I didn't even bother to use it because what it's gonna do is give me even stronger appetite suppressant, but I don't need it right now because I know me. When my mind is made up the way it is, I'm not gonna break the protocol. I'm going to eat how the program says I'm gonna eat, so I don't want to quote unquote waste these, so I haven't used any. But together, these are amazing. Another thing is, on this program, you do not need to exercise. I will exercise in about a week or so because I want to, because it's good for just how I feel. It's amazing. When I go to the gym, it makes me feel so good, and I actually love the gym. Okay, but you don't need to exercise. In fact, they tell you don't exercise, or because whatever you do to keep the weight off, you're gonna have to, whatever you do while you're dropping, you're gonna have to do it to keep the weight off. And so if you know you really don't like exercising and you won't be doing it a whole lot, you don't need to be doing it a whole lot now. I know that I'm always going to be interested in exercising, so I don't mind going ahead and exercising now. But because also I'm taking in so few calories, I can't do the most. I'm not going to do strength training. I'm just going to do probably 30 minutes of cardio. Until I get to maintenance phase though, I bring everything back. All right, so you're losing a lot of weight pretty fast, although it's going to slow down eventually, but it's gonna all add up. What are you going to do about saggy skin? This is what you're going to do, Night Light. And it works, okay? Everything I'm showing you, it works, or I wouldn't say it. It absolutely works, absolutely. Okay, so this is almost 10 minutes, so I'm gonna stop this video right now because I do need to add some pictures and all that. But if you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to let me know. I am very much aware that it's best to not lose the weight very fast. at the same time, I need to lose some weight fast because I like to return to work after the summer, not too heavy, where I can just feel good and be active and ready to start my school year. So time is against me right now. So I do know that about losing the weight fast, but I also know this program and what it teaches. All I have to do is do what I have to do. Okay? All right. So any questions, let me know. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you have, thank you so much. And if you're new, thank you so much. I ask that you share the videos, that you encourage others to subscribe, because I am trying to build this channel. All right, stay tuned. So today is my first day on phase 2, and I wanted to show you pretty much what my 2 main meals will consist of for the next 6 weeks. Now, of course, I'm going to rotate protein and veggies and so on, but these are some of my favorites, so I'm going to go ahead and share these with you. Okay, so for lunch, I like to do some ground sirloin. This is 16 ounces. That's going to make 4 meals because you have 4 ounces of cooked protein. That's going to be lunch, and that's going to be done with some cabbage and fresh seasoning. What I like to do is each of these are 4 ounces. Okay, that's 4 ounces. Oh, and I said 4 ounces cooked. That was wrong. It's 4 ounces before you cook it. Same thing with the veggies. So this is 4 ounces of cabbage. Sometimes if it's a little bit less or a little bit more, like a single ounce less or more, I just go ahead with it. Now, my food has to taste really good, or obviously I'm not going to want to continue on this program. So what I do is I make sure that I measure 4 ounces of just seasoning. So 4 ounces of my garlic, my onion, my tomatoes, and then I'm going to chop this up, and I am going to start by no oil. So I'm going to start by cooking the sirloin, ground sirloin. I'm gonna season it really well with my favorite powdered seasonings, like smoked paprika. I'm still gonna put some onion powder, some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, not too much salt. And then I'm going to come back and show you what that will look like when I portion it out. Okay, next for dinner, I have 4 pieces of chicken breast, 4 ounces each. Notice it doesn't look that small. And what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to put it in the air fryer. Some days I'll have it over a salad. Other days I'll have it with maybe some sliced cucumbers, just depending on what I feel like. All right, so I'm gonna come back and show you what this looks like once it's done cooking and plate it away. Okay, so there is my ground sirloin. Remember, absolutely no oil. No oil at all. Just saute that in the pot. You can add some liquid aminos. You can add some spice using some Tabasco pepper. I've chopped all my veggies up, and once my meat is pretty much cooked, I'm going to add my veggies in. I'm going to combine everything. I love this. This is one of my favorite meals. And once I'm done, that's what it's looking like. I have 4 portions, and I wanted to show you my chicken too for my dinner. All right, this is how I put my one meal together. I added a cracker, and that's it.